Good afternoon, you lovely people out there. Welcome back to the grumpy old Git in the Corner on a quite a nice Friday afternoon, if I'm honest. It's a little bit cloud out there, but sunny and not too cold. Right, well, for a Friday roundup, are we in a police state? Well, you'd think so, wouldn't you? With everything that's going on, it certainly feels like it. And if you look around on YouTube and other platforms, it looks like it as well. But what has caused all this? Well, we know what caused the original, I will call it a riot, although it wasn't a very big one, it was contained. And we know why that happened. It'll be part of the information I'm giving here. Now, they claimed people took misinformation and that's what caused it. But what was the result? Why did this misinformation get out there? Well, it's the lack of proper information. Now, the police hide information from the public, as we know. Some of it legally, because you can't compromise court cases or investigations, obviously. That's how the police work. But they could put a bit more out that would stop this sort of shit happening. So it will be down to the lack of real information. Now, the government do the same. They hide stuff. And again, it leads to misinformation. And conspiracy theories. That's where the conspiracies start. Because people aren't given the facts, so they'll make up their own minds what's fact and what isn't. A lot of the time it's wrong. But you can't blame people when they haven't got the real facts. You can put it in a way that if you put someone in a dark room, they're going to create their own light. Put it that way. That is the main problem with this country at the moment. Now, the other big one is malinformation. Now, this is one the government love to use. Police not so much, but the government absolutely. What they'll do, they'll take the truth, they'll twist it, they'll move it around, they'll change it for their own gains, to fit their own agenda, their own narrative, or what they're trying to get the public to do. The mainstream media does exactly the same, but they will out and out fucking lie to you. And they've been caught out lying many a time. The government will do that as well. And of course these cretins can do this with total immunity of censorship. You know, unlike us lot. Whatever we say, every fucking word now, we have to account for and will be held accountable for. We've seen that with the arrests and everything for people that has been putting out, shall I say, not misinformation, but information they've been fed from the wrong sources. And this is what created the situation this week. And this is why there is a different group on the streets, some of them causing trouble, some not. But they're not being treated the same as those that aren't there, shall I say. Now, a lot of I'll use their term, right wing, which many of them aren't. They just don't like what's happening to this country. A lot of them knew this was misinformation. And that's why they didn't turn up. And that's why they didn't turn out. They were not going to give them what they wanted, which was conflict. And if they had done, that's what would have happened. There would have been conflict. Just putting that out there. No misinformation or anything there. It's all fact. Now, Herr Starmer has said he wants to make our country's streets safe. This is why he's doing what he is. I say bollocks. You're a hypocrite, Starmer. Don't forget, in your past, you were the one that fought and won in court for a certain group of people. I'm not going to give any religions, any races, but a certain type of people. You gave them and fought for them the right to claim our money, to live here, even though they've not paid anything into the system. These are some of the most dangerous people on the streets. And don't forget, they came here illegally, but you turned that around and made them legal. They're the ones that are causing a lot of the dangers on the streets, as I pointed out in the videos the other day. And the information of their crimes, the results of their crimes, these are the ones that get hidden by mainstream media. You don't hear about them in mainstream media. You don't read about them in mainstream newspapers. And not just this government, but the previous government, you are the ones that have caused this by failing to stem the flow of these people. They are still coming by the hundred. So when you say you don't feel safe on the streets, Starmer, don't forget who created those streets, who created the society we've got now. And then we've got little dictator Khan in London, the little pocket dictator, moaning that his kids don't feel safe on the streets of London. Well, again, you little dick, you're the one that turned it into the crime-ridden shithole that it is now. So don't come crying and playing the fucking victim. You're the one, along with the government, that has robbed decent, hard-working people of this country to pay for this shit. And now you're moaning about it and playing the fucking victims? Hypocrites. That's what you lot are. Fucking hypocrites. Right, I'm going to leave it there for today, folks. Otherwise, you know what is going to happen. I'm only going to say something that will get me into trouble. Don't forget, tonight, Mrs. W should be live. At the moment, the live is on. But things could change. Circumstances can change. You don't know. But at the moment, it is planned. But as always, have a lovely weekend. There's weather warnings everywhere saying it's going to be hot from, I think it's Sunday. But hey, we can't believe anything that comes from that lot now, can we? But enjoy yourselves no matter what you're doing. And as always, stay safe, stay strong, and stay free. Respects, people.